So children, this is the fourth unit of your IT, part A, that is entrepreneurial skills. Okay, this we have done in last class also, where we studied who are the entrepreneurs. Then there were case studies also, where we learned how the people who are not experienced, they are freshers, they are studying, they are just part timers. Okay, and what are the differences between business persons and entrepreneurs. Okay, so all these things we have already learned in our previous class, and in this class we are going to learn what are the characteristics of a successful entrepreneur, qualities and functions, like what qualities an entrepreneur possesses in his personality, that this person can be a successful entrepreneur. Then what is the role and importance of this area for a person, and what are the myths about entrepreneurship that we have to discuss. And at last we'll be discussing that how entrepreneurship can be seen as an career option. Okay, so these are the learning outcomes which we'll get after this chapter. So let us start with entrepreneurship and society. Okay, so basically, let me tell you first who are entrepreneurs. Okay, let us just revise it again. But an entrepreneur is a composite of three basic elements. First is invention, second is innovation, and third one is adaptation. So that means when a person thinks something to something that can be invented in society or for himself in an innovative way, so that means it should be something going to break the monotony, and that is going to create something as a difference in the society. All right, and that person should be able to adapt according to the requirement, as well as the according to the real life scenario that he or she must be facing when trying something new for the first time. So you should be adapting according to the environment. All right, so whenever someone tries to do something new, that person can be termed as entrepreneur, and something that is related to some kind of business activity. All right, so the basic difference between a business person and an entrepreneur is that a business can be, your ancestors were doing, your father was doing the same thing, and you are just continuing the legacy of your family business, or something that is already there, and you are just starting your own. But when you are starting something innovative, in a new way you are doing something that is called as entrepreneurship. All right, now let us relate this particular field with the society in which we live in. Okay, so an entrepreneur has some personal qualities which influence his behavior. No doubt he lives in a society, and therefore economic opportunities and gain affects him. Naturally, like when you are living in a society, if you are gaining wealth over it, it will affect you. Okay, and supposedly your startup or whatever you have started innovative, that is not working out for you, that also is going to affect you as a person, as well as you as an organization also. All right, so that means that person needs to be adaptable towards the scenarios that he or she is going to face. So when we are comparing an entrepreneur who is in this society, we are going to see that these entrepreneurs are creating organizations. That means it's not like one man army. You just start as a one man army, but later in your life you are just going to create an organization which is going to in turn give jobs to other people as well. Okay, so it's not like that if you are doing something that will only help you as an individual, but it will open the doors for the a lot of opportunities to different people as well. All right, so they promote, that means the entrepreneurs, they promote investment. Why? Because if you are doing something good, and if see, every person is here to increase their property, to increase their monetary gains. So in order to do the same thing, we are going to, invest into something. We are generally purchase shares also. Why? To make money out of it whenever there will be increase in the prices. All right. So they promote investment. People will likely to, invest in you. There will be persons who want to sponsor your whatever you are doing. So this will in turn increase the production. So something, if it is getting done in a positive way, in an innovative way, and everybody is liking it, so in turn entrepreneurs will increase the production of a particular area. All right. As well as it will bring the competitiveness in business. When you have the feeling of uh, when you have a feeling of competing with your with your society, with everyone in your society, maybe somewhere in the business partners. So this feeling or the spirit of competitiveness, no, this will give you a force that will take you to the success. All right. So they are going to bring competitiveness in business. This will in turn make every person an innovator, because every person will try to think innovatively. They will try to, increase the quality maybe. Okay, they will try to attract more people, and they will try to find many ways of doing the same, right? So they are going to reduce the cost of the products maybe. All right. Or they can also increase the standard of living of a society. Okay, why? Because when there is everyone is looking for best options, everyone is looking to, please their customers with their deals, with their quality products. So that time, who is getting gain out of it? Naturally the society. Okay, suppose there are two students this competitive feeling in a particular school. All right. They both are, dying to get maximum score, like 98, 99% or like this. So who is going to ultimately getting profit out of this? Naturally the organization from where they belong, because this will be a proud factor for that organization also. Okay, naturally the person will get the benefit, but also the organization to whom they belong, and the entrepreneurs belong to the society where we live in. So ultimately there will be a rise in the standard of living as well. Okay, so this is the relationship between the entrepreneurs as well as the society in which they live. And whenever we have this kind of society, that society is going to grow at a faster rate as well. All right. A society's attitude towards business and risk are really very important. So when will be people around you who are doing the same thing, they are starting their new businesses, new entrepreneurs are growing in your society, that time you will also not have any fear of sending your kids in this particular area. All right. So this is the relationship between the entrepreneurship and the society here. Next, we are going to learn what are the qualities and functions of an entrepreneur. All right, because nobody becomes successful in one night. You have to have some qualities, you have to follow few guidelines, and then you have to have certain characteristics in your personality only. Then only you will be able to get success, no matter if it is entrepreneur, a job, or anything better. All right. So these qualities are: first is leadership. An entrepreneur is essentially a leader. All right. So entrepreneurs are men, or if women, anyone who wants to be an entrepreneur, that is a person who exhibit qualities of leadership in solving problems, because generally these startups or these entrepreneurs are made standalone. Okay, maybe it's maximum it is a team of 2 or 3 people, but there are not so many people involved in the starting phase of their entrepreneurship. So basically they have to lead a team for achieving goals. Hence, entrepreneur must have all the universally accepted qualities of a leader, that is initiative. He should be able to take initiative for himself. He should have high energy level, high self confidence. He should be able to make human relations All right, he should be motivational. Whenever, when you are not motivated from inside, that time you are not able to achieve whatever you decided. All right, so that means he should have a person who is trying to do something innovative, should have the leadership qualities as well. All right, second is risk taking. What are risk, beta? Life is nothing without taking risk. So you have to take risk in every field you are going. So business risks are unpredictable, but still an entrepreneur with somewhat planning and firm decision will bear some kind of risk. All right, an entrepreneur innovates an idea and undertakes a risk of commercially exploiting that idea by investing his funds, because he recognizes the fact that higher the risk, greater is the profit. All right, so you should not have this fear in mind that if I'm going to take any kind of risk, then that will I may lose my whole money. So it's not like that. And somewhere I have read this, that you should not check the depth of water from your both legs. Okay, somewhere I have read this myself. So that means, see, you should take risk, but it's not like you should invest whole your capital into one thing only. Okay, so you should keep some portion of your capital save on a safer side, and then you should invest 60 to 70% of that capital into your um, any thing you are starting, and then you can take a risk over that. All right, next is innovativeness. So innovative means, beta, see, if we are continuing the business that was already established by our paternal family or someone in our family, so that is not something known as entrepreneur. So if you want to do something different, if you want to attract people towards you, there should be something in you that will make you stand out of all the business persons in your locality. All right, so innovativeness is the key of making you stand out of crowd. Okay, and as well as you should always look at the customer's requirement in order to be innovative. All right, like supposedly I'm giving you just an example of the food stalls. Okay, so everywhere you see these momos, these dosas, everything is there. If you want to do something in the same area, then you have to stand out from these stalls. Now you can see there are a variety of dosas available. Even with the simplest thing, that is the basic thing of the main course, you can create so many things. Okay, so the more innovative your idea is, you are more success. Okay, so even though you are not getting success in your idea, that time also you should be adaptable towards the scenario. All right, next is goal oriented. Oriented means, beta, everyone should have their goals in their life, whether it is a short term goal or it is a long term goal. All right, so a person who is trying to be an entrepreneur should set a goal. That person, maybe it is a short term, a periodic goal, or a long term goal. So there should be a clear vision of that person, that will, there should be a mind map, a road map towards your success, so that you can follow it and you can achieve the success. Next is with a decision maker. So it's not like, see, as I told you, an entrepreneur should be risk taker. That person should be able to lead. Okay, so that means that person should be quick in decision making. Quick means that whatever is the situation that is coming in his way, he should be able to take the correct decisions on right time in order to get success. And this should be able, it's not about only entrepreneurs, these all qualities every person should have in order to get success in their life. All right, next, highly optimistic. Optimism is something that should start from the student level, and that should be, this quality should be there with us throughout our lifetime. Optimism is something that should be that should be there in us in whatever stage we are. All right, so see, children, whenever you are starting something for the first time, you cannot assume that you will get success in your first step or the second step only. There will be n number of failures, but you should always have the spirit of, bounce back. You should always bounce back from whatever you have faced, and then you should again try with full energy so that you will get success. All right, so optimism should always be there, and the person who is trying something new for the first time should not get disturbed by the problems faced by him. All right, so optimism is the key. Next is bit motivator. So there should be self motivation, and there should be motivation for the others who are with you. Okay, suppose someone in your team, maybe you are a team of 3 people, and someone in your team is feeling low due to the problems you are facing. So you should motivate yourself, and then you should motivate others in your team also in order to give your best. All right, so an entrepreneur has to get the work done through others also. So he has to create a spirit of teamwork and motivate them so that he gets the wholehearted cooperation of all the team members. Okay, so you should have the motivational feeling inside you, and you should preach it also. All right, next is beta self confidence. Self confident people are those people who will, who will never face any kind of problem in their life, no matter whatever field or they, but in whatever field they go. All right, so when you have self confidence in achieving your goals, uh, that time there is no one who can stop you. Okay, so there should be a self confidence, but it should not be an overconfidence. All right, if you are starting for the first time, you may find people who are saying that who will be saying no, that you may not get success. Okay, there will be people who will be saying this to you as well. So you don't have to rely on their thoughts, what they thought about you or your business or your new innovation. You should have confidence in yourself that no, if I have thought this, I can do this, I can definitely get success. All right, this is the positive spirit and confidence you should have. Next is beta action oriented. That means a real entrepreneur is always action oriented. In fact, enterprise always consists of an action in uncertainty. That means entrepreneur is both a planner as well as a doer. That means it's not like you have to lead the team, you have to take the decisions, okay, but you will not perform anything. So if you have thought of anything, if you have something in your head, then definitely you should apply it. All right. So next is beta dynamic agent. Dynamic agent means that you should be able to, something that is old, something that is already done. You should be able to break that. You should be able to think something new for yourself. Okay, then you should have new plans. And then suppose plan B fails, plan C fails, then we have whole lot of alphabets to go. Okay, so there should be dynamic culture in your plans as well, and you should not get demotivated after the after not getting success from something. Next is bit a high achiever. High achiever means that see, supposedly you have thought that you will be doing this. All right, so that means whatever comes your way, you should take it positively, and you should be able to achieve everything. All right, so next is trust in self. An entrepreneur does not believe in luck or fate. So you should have trust in yourself. Nothing comes without any hard work. So you should be smart in your hard work, and then you should have trust in yourself, and you should have trust in your strategies also. Then only you are going to become a successful entrepreneur in your life. Okay, so the next topics will cover in the next class.